Well, the numbers may be down all across the country when it comes to people visiting or using their local libraries, but Mainers, it turns out, still want to use them.
According to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, Maine libraries had 548 visits for every 100 people in 2018, ranking us 8th in the nation. And when it comes to Mainers availing themselves of everything their libraries have to offer, our ranking dips to a still respectable 14th. Libraries are especially vital for those living in rural areas because the services they offer go beyond just the books.
Which is why the Maine Library Association now is pushing for more federal money in the 2023 appropriations bill. News Center Maine's Carly Dion explains why that money matters.
Beyond checking out the latest Stephen King novel or accessing online resources, libraries have a lot to offer.
Libraries offer technology help, and we offer rental equipment. Everything from power washers to cross-country skis.
But Maine Library Association Legislative Advocacy Chair Savannah Sessions says none of these services would be possible without funding, mostly from municipalities.
We do receive funding from our towns, but anything additional is really a burden and a little bit of a stretch for us.
Which is why MLA Vice President Sonia Durney says they're calling on Mainers to fill out a form, asking Senator Susan Collins, a member of the Senate Appropriations Committee, to continue her support for library funding. This ahead of the congressional decision next week on next year's appropriations bill.
This is a large amount of federal funding that would really support libraries here in Maine.
Durney says Congress will decide on 3 items directly related to library funding, totaling more than $250 million for libraries across the country, which would support infrastructure improvements as well as services and technology.
But it's been, I think, like a quarter century since federal funds have really focused on library construction and renovation.
26 years to be exact, and while there's still a need for more broadband in rural communities, for some, a library is the only option for internet. Beyond that, Sessions says some Maine libraries, like her local one in Lovell, lack accessibility for people in wheelchairs.
We've been trying to install an automatic door opener, and our first estimate for that was far more than we anticipated.
And even when it comes to the delivery service that transports books from one library to another, Bangor Public Library Director Ben Treat says the need is there.
Libraries have to take in all of those different needs that people have in the community and then find a way to shave every nickel so that we're making everything as cost effective as possible.
In a statement, Collins states in part, "One of my first jobs was reading to children at the story hour at the public library in my hometown of Caribou. I loved our library and gained a strong appreciation for the role of libraries in our communities. As the government funding deadline nears, I will continue to support robust funding for library programs."
It's a great opportunity to get Maine libraries on track for a really strong future.
Carly Dion, News Center, Maine.